there, and welcome to our review of the Great British Bake Off episode. Wait, if we both do two.
It looks like 4.
Episode 4. Let's try again.
Okay.
Episode.
I think that's just confusing. Nevertheless, this is the episode. No, this is the Great British Bake Off review, episode 2. Review. Just finished watching it literally 10 minutes ago. Instant reaction, go.
It's cool.
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
I really want biscuits.
I want biscuits, but I don't want biscotti. Even after that, I still don't want biscotti.
I would like to try the technical challenge one, because I've never tried anything like that before.
You'd like to try eating them or try doing it?
Eating them first.
Right.
And then if I was like, this is worth the time and the effort, then yeah, go on and try it as well. Out of all of the biscuits that were cooked today, which would you, if you could try one, what would it be? You know, of signatures and technicals, all that kind of stuff.
If I could try, it's tricky because there's the urge to try things which sound delicious, like some of the actually, to be honest, some of the biscotti saying I didn't want to try them. There was the one with the chocolate hazelnut. There was the one with the chocolate hazelnut and fruit that Mary Vera was like, "Who puts chocolate hazelnuts and fruit together?"
I'm not sure
that
the chocolate, the fruit, and the nuts really go together. It's like, have you seen
Mary Berry? Yeah, so something which is kind of a known combination, which sounds delicious. There's that, and then there's some of the kind of more unusual things, like the ones that they put rosemary in, and the ones
they really
that they put fennel in, which I've never tried in the biscuit.
Fennel biscuit. I can see the fennel biscuit
which
one.
Is tempting.
The fennel biscuit one, I can see that one because it's got a kind of a soury. No, it's kind of sour, but it's quite a distinctive taste.
Well, it's aniseedy, isn't it? And I suppose you do have aniseed sweets,
and like in licorice and things. So that would. I really want to try the savoury biscuit from Sandy at the end.
Yeah, that's the one that I really didn't want to try.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm not really a big fan of cream cheese fillings, am I?
No, I suppose not. And I suppose also like when you think biscuit, you do tend to think sweet things. But I think it looked really nice with little brie cheese next to it, and it looked really, really, really cool. Did you think Ian was a good, deserving winner?
Yeah, I did actually, because I mean, he didn't have any disasters.
He didn't disaster. That's the wrong reality show. Sorry.
He didn't have any disasters. He was consistently good, and I guess he got that balance between kind of traditional but with a bit of excitement. And I think that's something that seems to be difficult to get on this show, because last week, what was the name of the guy that went last week?
Stu, yeah.
Last week, Stu went. And he was very much all for the new and exciting flavours, which the judges didn't actually seem to appreciate very much, although I did. I love you, Stu.
We miss you, Stu. Come back. But give us more beetroot in our biscuits.
Whereas today, Marie went.
Yeah, and she was like the traditional classic.
And she was like the super traditional classic. And Mary commented that if you're going to do the traditional ones, you have to do them perfectly. So, you know, I think Ian managed to get that middle ground between traditional enough to satisfy the bakers, but interesting enough to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It seems to be a bit random. So, like, which experimental ones do well and which ones don't. Obviously, it does depend how well they cook them and things like that. But you can. The problem with cooking is it's subjective, isn't it? You know, they might like the flavour, they might not like the flavour, as they kind of go with it. I have to say that I thought that the wrong person went. I think that. I mean, I know they're in.
You better not be about to say that you wanted Dorrit to go.
I think Dorrit should have gone. She was inconsistent. She was inconsistent last week, and she was inconsistent this week.
She had a little moose problem last week,
and she did.
No one even noticed.
It was a subtle moose problem. I'll give you that. It was subtle. You nearly cried, but it was. But I think because Marie got Star Baker last week. I didn't, because I haven't watched the show before, so I'm new to this show. So you're the experienced baker watcher here. But for me, sure, like if it was Strictly Come Dancing and someone did really, really well, like 3 weeks in a row, and then they had a dodgy week, those good 3 weeks should carry them through. And to go from Star Baker to being chucked out, I think is ignoring the time.
It is harsh, but at the same time, they have to judge on what's kind of been put in front of them, and she didn't do a great job this week. I like her and stuff.
No, I mean, I agree she had a dodgy week. I was just very surprised when she went. Paul has a very pink.
Paul?
Paul, the contestant, has a very, very pink face. Like,
okay,
when
does he score extra points for that?
It's just like I think he looks like a nice guy, but he's actually pink. You know, when you're a kid and you draw human beings, and you get like your pencils and your pens.
Yeah, you don't have like beige.
You don't have a beige, but you never. Yeah, I mean, occasionally you have a peach, and you kind of maybe do a peach. But you draw human beings as like these pink creatures. Like, he is actually that color. And today he was wearing like an orange shirt, so he was like pink and orange. And I'm not fashionable, and my clothes are pretty bad, and I quite regularly wear my clothes inside out by accident, and then go out in public. But pink and orange
driving test.
I passed my driving test with an inside out shirt. But pink and orange, I mean, surely at some point you look in your face and go, "I've got a pink face," and that's an orange shirt.
Maybe it's just the camera.
No, the camera wasn't pink.
And those pictures, Matt looks kind of pink.
That's true, but I think they photoshopped Paul to take the pinkness out of it.
Maybe you're right.
I need to make it because she's still in. I need to make it my mission to pronounce Ugni's name, because I'm saying Ugni, and then I think that can't possibly be right.
Eugene.
No.
Well, it's not Ugni, is it?
I don't know. We need to listen very carefully to how they pronounce it, because it looked like Ugne. It has got me wanting to try biscuits, but I think next week's bread one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a bit of
bread. We're bread expert makers.
We went on a bread making course.
We're expert bread makers.
I'm going to if they come up with some really interesting breads next week, I might be quite tempted to turn on the old oven and kind of go for it myself.
We've got a bread maker.
Totally getting that out. I think biscuits. The problem with biscuits, is that biscuits are quite unforgiving. They spent a lot of time today, with the ovens, trying to make sure, in exactly the right time, turned it on. Yeah, I get that kind of does go.
To be fair, Marie did forget to turn the oven on. She did forget to turn the oven on.
Yeah, Flora did that.
We managed to get to the Great British Bake Off, and none of them can remember to turn the oven on.
There's something I've forgotten to do.
It makes me feel like I could go on that show.
There were some very, very creative recipes, and it has to be said, it is good television.
What did you think of the challenges today?
I thought that the box one was really cool. I missed how long they had for that the final challenge, because to make two completely different sets of biscuits in a box shape.
That was on a different day to the other two challenges, so I suspect that they had longer.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully so, because otherwise they would have restricted them.
I thought that was a really cool challenge, because it had that element of creativity as well as the kind of baking or the biscuit element. The middle challenge, where they were making those French swirly biscuits, really tough.
I think it's really tough because if you just give someone a recipe, that's great, but you need to know what you're aiming for. Why didn't they give them the final product and say, "This is what you're trying to make. Here's the recipe." Even
just a photo.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd have been able to make that from the recipe.
Yeah.
And one of them got marked down because he rolled the biscuits the wrong way and therefore got the small circles rather than lots of circles. But that wasn't written in the instructions.
And that's not a skill. That's not a skill thing.
And you could see all of them looking at the instructions going, "Crap, which way am I supposed to roll this?"
And the same goes for the guy that he didn't. I think a couple of them that didn't roll it thin enough, and the recipe says very thin, but of course very thin can mean very, very different things. And I think I liked the challenge from a technical point of view, because I think it was quite tricky to fold it over, and that was kind of unusual. And I think it was a good technical challenge. But I think it's unfair to say, "Well, you got that wrong because we didn't give you the instruction," rather than "You got that wrong because you didn't do it well."
Part of the criteria for the show is knowing every single type of biscuit that you could ever be asked.
But then it's an amateur show, isn't it? You can't on one side kind of say, no chefs, no, and you wouldn't want professional chefs on there because that would take away everything. But you can't on one side say, "I want an amateur chef," and expect them to know everything. You want someone that's got a really good skill set, and then kind of say, "This is what we're going to do with it." What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments section. Did you think the right person went? Did you think the wrong person won? Did you like the challenges this week? Let us know in the comment section, and we will get back to you. If you have enjoyed our little review and our discussion, then please give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you same time for a Bake Off review of episode 3.